Hello, this is the Week 6 final presentation, Case 16, The Admitting System Crashes, presented by Tara Robertson. ABC Healthcare in Columbus, Ohio is a 900-bed facility with over 47,000 admissions last year alone. They had a very capable IT department, but their admitting system was out of date and scheduled to be replaced within 2 years. The system they currently had was 12 years old, and due to a system failure, they are now in need of an immediate upgrade and overhaul of their admitting system. The needs of ABC Healthcare in Columbus are the EHR system needs an immediate upgrade. Backup servers should also be installed. The staff must be properly trained in the use of a new system, and standard operating procedures should be made for the use of emergent situations in case of an outages of their EHR system. And time management should also be taught to ensure patient wait times during outages do not increase, and to ensure patient safety is still priority and properly maintained. The needs listed were due to a major incident that occurred because the out-of-date system went down without notice and no backups had been created. The issue could have resulted in major monetary losses for the facility and could have caused major issues in the continuity of care and patient safety. The risk analysis. The agency for assessing risk is AHRQ. According to AHRQ's website, they had released a new interactive online tool to help assess an organization's needs. There are many methods of risk analysis available for use. There are government-sponsored guidelines as well as toolboxes available to aid in the risk assessment process. At ABCHCC, I will focus on 3 basic actions: identifying where the PHI is, identifying any potential threats to that PHI, and identifying any risk. Risk analysis continued. There are many reasons to do a risk analysis assessment. As I listed, the main issue will be cost, but cost is nothing compared to the safety of patients whom health information we are protecting. When the admitting system crashed, it's hard to know whether or not there was a breach or if the information was fully restored without backups. Risk analysis continued. We will be utilizing the free toolbox that AHRQ offers to assess our needs here at ABCHCC. This will enable our organization to be cost-effective as possible while still receiving the best system for our needs. This ensures we are prepared for new systems and that our staff are ready and prepared for the implementation of the new system. AHQR offers data that will be gainful for the organization. Their exploration has improved the Social Insurance Association, and it may very well be utilized to help improve our organization. Now, utilizing the system development life cycle, there are 4 phases to the SDLC process. That's planning, design, implementation, and evaluation, as you can see from the little image that I have to the right. Utilizing the SDLC process, we will look at and analyze the feasibility of implementing a new system immediately versus waiting 2 years. We will also evaluate whether it will be internal or external, to see which one is more cost efficient. We would develop the design based on our needs, evaluate the implementation phase, and come up with a projected timeline for completion. Once it has been implemented, the evaluation phase would begin. System acquisition process. It's a very lengthy process, and it starts with, according to our textbook, the development of project committee. We have to define the objectives and the scope of analysis, screen the marketplace and review vendor profiles, determine system goals, determine the prioritized system requirements, develop and distribute requests for proposals or requests for information, explore other options. Example would be leasing an agency that's external or building it in-house. We'd have to determine which one's better for us. Evaluate vendor proposals. If we choose to go outside, develop evaluation criteria, hold vendor demonstrations, again, if we choose to go outside, make site visits and check references, prepare vendor analysis, conduct cost-benefit analysis, prepare summary report and recommendations, and conduct contract negotiations. Once each of these processes are complete, the project can begin. This process can be time-consuming and should be handled with urgency in a situation like the one here at ABC HCC. The admitting system is an essential part of the care and is considered a major priority. Cultural factors always play a major role in any situation, especially in the healthcare field. All things must be considered. Take a look at the image I provided. Getting doctors, medical attendants, and different clinicians to acknowledge and utilize clinical data frameworks can be testing and very difficult at times, especially when they're engaged within the execution of the new system. Now and again, the motivating forces for utilizing the framework may not be lined up with their individual needs and objectives. In other words, everyone must have the same goal in mind. If you've got a bunch of people going different directions, you're not going to accomplish anything. So they must have the same goal in mind. The stakeholders and their roles. To complete such a large project, many stakeholders would be involved. There's the CEO, the business owner, the project manager, and the IT manager. Now, there's going to be a lot of other people as well, but those are the four I'm going to focus on. The CEO is responsible for securing the funding, making the sign-off responsibilities, supporting the business owner, promoting the project, steering the committee in the right direction, and define the project objectives and deliverables, and help remove any obstacles that we may face. The owner would be responsible for speaking to the specialization or capacity controlling advisory group and task group gatherings, verifying organization important business and departmental assets, expelling business obstructions to meeting and undertaking course events, and creating expectations as fitting and fully mutually with the venture supervisor on a few assignments. Project manager would recognize and get required assets, convey the undertaking on schedule, on spending plan, and as per determination, convey progress to supporters, partners, and colleagues, create, organize, and deal with the goals and issues, and keep up undertaking plan, and they oversee. Basically, they're kind of like the liaison between the owner and the hospital. And then you're going to have your IT manager, which is going to represent IT in general. It has any and all final say. They help remove obstacles related to the IT and help promote the project internally and ensure that all their staff are doing everything they need to be doing. Governance. According to our textbooks, a well-developed governance has several characteristics. They are objective and fair, so without politics. They are efficient, meaning they make decisions within a timely manner. Authority is clear, meaning there's a clear chain of command, so to speak. Each person should know their roles, and they can evolve so that the organization grows. They are capable of growing with them. I thought that this image was a good representation of governance, and I don't think they could have said it any better. Make sure the right people with the right tools are responsible for the system. This ensures the system runs as smoothly as possible. The main idea of data governance is to identify issues, resolve the issues, and enforce regulations. Data governance and information exchange. Health information exchange is vital to any healthcare organization. A failure to this system would have devastating results within the healthcare facility. In this case, the admitting system became inoperable and needed backed up. The backups were corrupted, and therefore data exchange couldn't occur. Health information exchange requires a ground-up approach. It requires the support of upper management and may require additional staffing to be hired to ensure its success. The economic impact, as you can imagine, would be pretty bad. There are fines that could have been incurred due to the loss of data. If there was a loss of data, there was no way to know if a breach occurred. Breaches could lead to fines and penalties, which could cause the HCO more harm than good. It's imperative that training is a top priority, which resulted in money as well. The systems themselves will be very costly to replace, and overall the economic impact would be very costly, but to do nothing could cost more in the long run. Breaches lead to penalties. Data security must be a priority, and it must be a collaborative effort to be successful, again, from the ground up. A couple questions that I had were, how can we ensure that breaches will not occur in the future? And I believe that that would be by adding extra layers of protection in form of backup servers and specifically trained staff. Question 2 would be, how can we ensure the staff are ready for a future system outage? By providing them with training and periodically having drills, letting them be prepared, in other words, being comfortable. How will the new admitting system positively impact the day-to-day process within an organization? By having new systems in place, there will be less wait times, which will positively impact the flow of patient access to care. And in conclusion, having properly backed up systems ensure that data is maintained even with a system outage. This ensures that the loss of revenue due to corruptions in data can be minimal. Having backup servers will allow the backup to not nearly as devastating as experienced with the outage they had in December. The staff must be trained on a new system, and super users may be essential to success. Breaches can lead to costly fines, penalties, and it can also lead to a breach in trust with the patients in which we care for. The bottom line is, make sure you have a properly maintained system, properly maintained and trained staff for quality care and patient safety. Thank you.